The Hollywood Reporter asked Jenny to compare the making of It Ends With Us versus her new TV show. And she responded saying, "I don't have anything to say about that. Everything is its own thing."
The Hollywood Reporter, if you look at them exposing the two women that were, named but not named in Blake Lively's amended lawsuit, they call out Isabella Ferrer and Jenny Slate by name. When you look at the date that it was actually published, it was published the 19th at 1:18 a.m. That's an hour and 18 minutes, hour and 19 minutes if we're being generous, after Blake dropped her amended lawsuit and submitted it.
It's Jenny Slate, once a vocal supporter of Blake Lively amid the It Ends With Us debacle, who has now adopted the classic no-comment stance. Let's dive into this riveting saga, shall we?
As many of you know, actress Jenny Slate was one of the many who co-starred alongside Taylor Swift's former bestie and Justin Baldoni in It Ends With Us. According to the Beanie Aficionado's amended complaint, without naming her, fans have been able to deduce that Jenny is one of the actresses that had grievances on the set and off the set of the movie. A subsequent article in The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Jenny Slate did not like the toxic positivity from Baldoni's CEO at his production company, Jamie Heath. She was displeased about her accommodations in New York and complained about it to Wayfair, his production company.
Jamie Heath was displeased with her accommodations in New York and voiced her complaints to Wayfair, his production company, back in December 2024. Blake Lively, the shining star of It Ends With Us, dropped a bombshell by filing a harassment complaint against her co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. The allegations painted a grim picture of on-set misconduct, with Lively accusing Baldoni of inappropriate behavior and a subsequent smear campaign to tarnish her reputation. The Hollywood grapevine buzzed, and many rallied behind Lively, including her sisterhood of the Traveling Pants co-stars and other industry figures.
She felt stuck there, even though she didn't like the accommodations, because if she were to have found another place to stay for the duration of the filming, she would have lost her security deposit. His producing partner, Jamie, said, "Okay, of course, we'll help you. You're a mother. We love mothers, the sanctity of motherhood." And she felt he was making too much of a big deal about her being a mother, according to The Hollywood Reporter. In her own words, this is what Jenny Slate had to say about the yummy former B-list actress. Quote, "As Blake Lively's castmate and friend, I voice my support as she takes action against those reported to have planned and carried out an attack on her reputation. Blake is a leader, loyal friend, and a trusted source of emotional support for me and so many who know and love her. What has been revealed about the attack on Blake is terribly dark, disturbing, and wholly threatening. I commend my friend, I admire her bravery, and I stand by her side." Wow.
Jenny Slate, who portrayed Elisa, the sister to Baldwin's character in the film, was among the first to voice her support. In a December 23, 2024 statement, Slate lauded Lively as a leader and loyal friend, expressing her admiration for Lively's bravery in confronting the alleged misconduct. She described the reported attacks on Lively's reputation as terribly dark, disturbing, and wholly threatening, standing firmly by her friend's side.
Come again? You guys, I was just watching a video. Step with the deets. I will tag all these people below. Here, I'm watching it on my desktop. This is the video, and she's talking about Be Better, who had a video. Okay, this is crazy. This is like 6 degrees of TikTok. Be Better had a video, And his part 6 video about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds was taken down, and he has it now on YouTube here in the US. But that video talks about a lot of things, including Jenny Slate. So Steph with the Deets talks about that video, and in the comments, someone says, you should look at Jenny Slate's old interview. She admits to hitting her ex. So I'm looking at the comments and I'm like, wait, what? And someone says podcast with Anna Faris. She mentioned.
Fast forward to March 2025, and the narrative takes an intriguing turn. During a press tour for her upcoming FX series, Slate was asked about the ongoing legal drama between Lively and Baldoni. Her response was a masterclass in deflection. I don't have anything to say about that, she remarked, emphasizing her desire to focus solely on her new project. When pressed further on how she'd handle similar questions in the future, Slate maintained that her only responsibility is to speak about the work she's there to promote.
It's now being reported that some of the cast and crew from It Ends With Us have been supporting Justin Baldoni during the alleged feud because they think he got screwed over by Blake Lively. An It Ends With Us source confirmed to TMZ that while there is a rift between the cast and crew, there's no clear-cut villain, and a lot of them are siding with Justin because he was a generally nice guy to work with, and he cared a lot about this film. The source told TMZ that the feud is more like a civil war. While some are siding with Blake, there's also cast members who feel Justin got screwed over. TMZ reports that several people from the crew understand why Justin did a solo press tour after Blake allegedly brought in her own film editor and her husband Ryan Reynolds to do last-minute rewrites of the script, even though it was supposed to be predominantly Justin's project. TMZ said they spoke to multiple sources who said that Blake was eager to be seen as the creator of the film and had tried to seize a lot of the creative control from Justin. The source also said that Justin can't actually be bothered with any of the drama, and that's why when asked, he's been so quick to say, just let Blake take over the next one. Another movie source claimed that no one's actually that bothered by the drama because any of the backlash they're getting is working towards the movie for marketing.
So, what prompted this shift from vocal supporter to Switzerland-level neutrality? Some speculate that the escalating legal battle, with Baldoni filing a $400 million defamation countersuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, has made the waters too murky for Slate to navigate publicly. Others suggest that Slate's own experiences on set, including a reported HR complaint against co-producer Jamie Heath, might have influenced her decision to steer clear of the fray. Jenny Slate's pivot serves as a reminder that in Tinseltown, today's staunch ally can become tomorrow's neutral observer. As the legal proceedings unfold, the industry watches with bated breath, eager to see where the chips will fall and who will be left standing when the spotlight dims.
Co-star number 2 has now spoken out on the drama between Blake and Justin. Jenny Slate, who plays Alyssa in It Ends With Us, has now given a statement throwing her support behind Blake. Jenny says, as Blake Lively's castmate and friend, I voice my support as she takes action against those reported to have planned and carried out an attack on her reputation. Blake is a leader, loyal friend, and a trusted source of emotional support for me and so many who know and love her. What has been revealing about the attack on Blake is terribly dark, disturbing, and wholly threatening. I commend my friend, I admire her bravery, and I stand by her side. So Jenny is now the second co-star to come out and show her support for Blake. Brandon Sklenar, who plays Atlas in the movie, was the first. He came out yesterday showing the link to the New York Times article and begging everyone to read what Blake is accusing Justin and his team of doing.
The saga between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni keeps getting messier, and now Jenny Slate has found herself smack dab in the middle of it, whether she likes it or not. Not too long ago, she was one of Blake's biggest cheerleaders. Now she's dodging questions like, she's in an action movie. What changed? Why the sudden shift? Let's get into it.
Let me just say, that was a tough show to film, and I didn't end up actually filming all of the episodes I was supposed to because it was such a tough film.
Really? Literally, you said, get me out of this.
It was also like, get him out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
So it just literally was that. Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's love interest.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, well
Sounds
then.
like she was the problem.
It sure does, Chelsea.
I think of that video from 2017 quite a bit when Army Heroes on Watch It Happens Live with Andy and Chelsea Handler and talked about his experience working on Gossip Girl. As I said many times, Gossip Girl is in fact my favorite show of all time. 2007 2012 was literally the golden age of TV because of the show. Now 2.0, just outside PLL2, but it was always...
A few months ago, when Blake Lively came forward with accusations against Baldoni, Jenny Slate didn't hesitate to stand by her side. She called Blake a leader, praised her courage, and made it clear she found the attacks on Lively's reputation disturbing. At that time, Slate seemed ready to go to war for her co-star. But now, in a matter of weeks, she has completely shifted her tone. When asked about the whole ordeal during an interview for her upcoming FX show, she shut it down instantly. "I don't have anything to say about that," she stated, refusing to even touch the topic. When the interviewer pushed further, she doubled down. "Anyone can ask anything, but my only responsibility is to speak about the work I'm there to promote."
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's It Ends With Us co-star Jenny Slate is voicing her support for Blake. She provided a statement to Today.com saying that she stands by her loyal friend and trusted source of emotional support. Jenny says, "As Blake Lively's castmate and friend, I voice my support as she takes action against those reported to have planted and carried out an attack on her reputation. Blake is a leader, loyal friend, and a trusted source of emotional support for me and so many who know and love her. What has been revealed about the attack on Blake is terribly dark, disturbing, and wholly threatening. I commend my friend, I admire her bravery, and I stand by her side." It seems as though the majority of the cast and crew and everyone who worked on the film is siding with Blake. It's really interesting because a few months ago, the court of public opinion was slamming Blake Lively, but I think it's very important to remember that we were not there, and although some people may have reported having a hard time working with Blake Lively in the past, it does not excuse the behaviors that she had to endure while filming. A lot of the information out there is alleged, but a lot of it is verified emails and text messages that really don't make it look good for Justin and his...
Oh, how the tables turn in Hollywood. At first glance, it seems like she's just trying to keep things professional, right? She's on a press tour after all. But let's be real. This is the same Jenny Slate who had no problem publicly supporting Blake before. So what happened? Well, a few things. First, Justin Baldoni isn't taking the accusations lying down. He hit back hard with a $400 million defamation countersuit against Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. The lawsuit claims Lively made false accusations to destroy Baldoni's career and paint herself as a victim. And here's where it gets interesting. Jenny Slate reportedly had some behind-the-scenes conflicts on set, including a supposed HR complaint against one of the producers, Jamie Heath. So now, she's caught in an awkward spot. Does she keep supporting Blake and risk being pulled deeper into the mess? Or does she play it safe and pretend none of it is her problem? She clearly chose
The Hollywood Reporter not only read the entire amended lawsuit, but also in the middle of the night, had a source that they contacted that told them the names of the two actresses that were named but not named in Blake's lawsuit. Virgo Stellium is marked by someone that's elitist and does self-serving behaviors. This is self-serving. Lady C over on X also posted about this, how they're basically Blake and her team using the Hollywood Reporter to blackmail these women into supporting Blake. Because what I believe to be true, and what I talked about on the live today, is I believe these women, especially Isabel Ferrer, saw Blake as a friend and probably gossiped with her as a friend, and now it was being used against her.
And honestly, can you blame her? Hollywood is all about reputation management, and right now, she's trying to protect her own. If Baldoni's lawsuit gains traction, anyone who openly backed Lively could get dragged into a legal battle they want nothing to do with. It's one thing to post a supportive message online. It's another to be subpoenaed because of it. But here's where things get even messier. Jenny Slate's sudden backpedaling isn't just making headlines, it's also raising eyebrows among fans. Social media is filled with people calling her out, questioning why she was so vocal before, but is now conveniently silent. Was her initial support just performative, or did something change behind the scenes that made her reconsider?
Blake, in my opinion, her amended lawsuit was like the 11th minute, like the last minute to be submitted. But not only that it was like quotes, like trust me bro quotes, instead of actual screenshots of text messages. I believe that Isabella and Jenny backed out, and now Blake's blackmailing them and dragging them to support her. I believe she's going to force them into court, whether they like it or not. In the meantime, I don't think Blake gives a about their reputation.
This TikToker Marcos, who runs the Be Better company, actually was Team Blake Lively when this all began, and then did this crazy thing called reading Justin Baldoni's countersuit and was like, listen, I know this is going to sound crazy, but everything that I'm reading here points to the fact that Blake Lively manipulated her audiences and lied to her audiences. And like, I'm kind of shocked as someone who fully believed her. And he's just basically as psychotic as me.
And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. So my source has told me that Lively's legal team is allegedly attempting to amend their filing and add Jenny Slate as a plaintiff to the lawsuit. But Jenny Slate allegedly does not want to be involved in this mess at all. And if she rejects their offer to be made an actual plaintiff in the case, which seems likely, they're likely going to subpoena her anyway and just include her testimony or her as evidence because she allegedly has had some very bad experiences with Justin Baldoni in regard to harassment or being made to feel uncomfortable on set. I think at this point, Lively's team very strongly believes that if they're able to add more women officially to the lawsuit, that the claims will look more legitimate. But at this point, I don't think Jenny Slate or anyone else on the cast really wants to jump aboard.
Some fans think she got scared. Others believe she knows something the public doesn't. And then there's the theory that she's just trying to avoid conflict altogether. No matter the reason, one thing is clear. Hollywood friendships are only as strong as the scandals they can survive. And right now, it looks like Jenny Slate isn't willing to put her career on the line for Blake Lively.